Hello everyone, welcome to my Let's Play of Metroid II, Return of Samus for the Nintendo Game Boy. Released in 1991. So this is obviously a sequel to Metroid for the NES. It plays a little bit differently though. It's much more linear. But that's to be, I guess, expected based on the hardware that it's been developed on. It was developed for the Game Boy, which was a handheld. So it was meant to be played like in smaller chunks. So rather than a password system, the game incorporates save points that you can just start from. And rather than having kind of a big, large open world, the world is instead divided into smaller sections. So the world that we're on is SR388. If you remember from the first Metroid, that is the world where the Metroid was discovered. After the events of Metroid 1, the Galactic Federation was still interested in the Metroids, so they sent a research team out to SR388 to study the Metroids. But then the research team disappeared, so they sent in another group of soldiers to try to find the research team and rescue them. But then that rescue team also disappeared. So, kind of caught with their hands behind their back, they were like, well, what can we do? And that's when they decided to send in Samus Aran, the famous bounty hunter from Metroid 1, who single-handedly infiltrated the pirates' lair on planet Zebes and defeated the Mother Brain and the Metroids they had there. So, here she is, sent to SR388, all on her own, but she does come with some power-ups. She starts out with 30 missiles and the Mario Murray, the Morph Ball. So, we don't have to find those power-ups. But she's gonna need a lot of those power-ups to defeat all the Metroids. Her mission is to, obviously, try to find the research team, the rescue team, and more importantly, I guess, is to destroy all the Metroids. In the lower right-hand corner, you see there's that little counter there. There are 39 Metroids total. We just defeated the first Metroid. And one of the interesting things about the Metroids in this game is they don't just stay in their larval form. We find out that the forms we fought back in Metroid 1 are just the larval forms. In this game, the Metroids actually evolve, and they take on different forms. So we just fought the first form there, the Alpha Metroid. They're the weakest. You don't need to freeze them with the Ice Beam. All you have to do is just hit them with 5 missiles, and not much of a challenge for them. Their main attack is mainly just to try to fly into you and do damage that way. Future Metroids will have more complex movement patterns and projectile attacks that they use against you, but they start the game off easy. We just have to, take out alphas at the beginning. So that was the surface section. We're heading into section 1 here. The game blocks off sections that they don't want you to go to with this lava. Looks like chocolate syrup, though, based on the colors of the Super Game Boy here. But that basically just does a lot of damage to you. There's only one place in the game where you can skip through and do a little sequence breaking. I'll point that out when I get to it, but for the most part, there's enough lava usually blocking off each new section that you're basically forced to go into the section the game wants you to go into and defeat all the Metroids there. Defeating all the Metroids in a particular section will lower the lava, allowing you to enter the next section. So we just, like I said, did the surface section. Now we're heading on to section 1, which is kind of like a temple of runes. So, like we've said, there's some, like the Metroid 1 instruction manual said, there was some old civilization on SR388 that was destroyed somehow, maybe by the Metroids. And we're going to see some of the remnants of that civilization as we go through this little area. That thing that I jumped over there, that was just a save point. So all you have to do is jump on one of them and it'll and just press start, it automatically saves your game. So, but here we're gonna come pick up our first item. We got the bombs. They do the same thing that they did in the last game. You roll down into your morph ball form and press the attack button, cause a little bomb to appear, and blows up little holes. And we get another missile tank right there. Missiles in this game, we can get up to 250. Certain tanks give 5, others give 10. So, but we'll be getting, like Metroid 1, we'll be picking up all the items in the game. So, once again, we can use our bombs to blow up holes in passages. And we get another energy tank. In this game, we can have up to 5 energy tanks for a maximum of 599 energy. So, just another, I guess, limitation is they don't have enough space to give us 6 energy tanks like they did in the first Metroid. So, but there are actually more than 5 energy tanks in the game. Much like the first game, if you pick up a tank and already have full tanks, it'll just refill all the energy tanks that you got. So here we get the ice beam. There are multiple beams in this game. There are, however, they don't stack. In future games, they'll stack, so you can have like an ice beam and wave beam at the same time. In this game, they don't. Beams will just replace whatever beam you pick up will replace the beam that you previously had. So, whatchamacallit, yeah, there's several beams, like I said, that pop up in this game. We have the old ice beam that we just picked up. We have the wave beam coming back from the first game. And then the 2 new beams are, we have a spacer beam, which is like a 3-way shot. And then we have a plasma beam, which is just a large single shot, which does massive damage. So, they'll all become staples in future Metroid games as well. So, there was a little, there was a little missile there that was a little higher up than what we were able to jump. So we just used the timing. We shot the block and just kept jumping up, timing it usually about 4 seconds. And then if we timed it right, what happened was the beam, the block reappeared when we were in the area where the block should have been, and it pushed us up, allowing us to get that missile tank. There's another new item that was introduced in Metroid II, which really hasn't seen much uses in future games. The spider ball, but it's a pretty cool item. What it allows you to do is it allows you to cling to the wall and roll up them in the morph ball form. Allows you to basically reach a lot of hard to get to areas. So we just hit down twice, once to get into the ball form, and then once to activate the spider ball. Once you do that, then you can cling onto walls and ceilings like a spider. And we're going to use that right away here to climb up into this area, this little offshot cave. Usually when you see a Metroid husk, that usually is an indication that there's a Metroid nearby. So, you can also press select to pause the game, and when you do that, it shows how many Metroids are left in the area that you need to be in. So, Area 1 is kind of divided into like 2 sections. We have this room type section where you can see like some civilization was at. And there's just a few Metroids there, but a lot of power-ups to pick up. And the other section will be more like cave-like, and that will contain a lot more Metroids for us to deal with. So, we're obviously going to go through this section first, because you need bombs to get through the Metroid section. And we want to get some more power-ups to obviously deal with the Metroids when we have to. A little bomb there, and that takes care of that. Little rock. And now we can head back toward the beginning of this area, and instead of going up the vertical shaft, we'll be going down the vertical shaft to the more wilder area. Well, like I said, the Metroids are, so... Let's head on down that way. And defeat some more Alpha Metroids. There are 3 Alpha Metroids hiding down this way, and there's a few other things that I want to point out. There's one of the husks, so we can tell there's at least one coming up. Alright, now, if we want to kind of spider ball here and cling up, and we're going to head to the top here, because see that little glowing ball there? It kind of looks like Samus in the spider ball form. That's an energy refill. Touching them will automatically refill all of your energy tanks that you have. There's also missile ones that look like that, and touching them will max out your missiles. So, yeah, the drop rate for enemies is really, really low in this game, so if you really want to fill up missiles and energy, you're most likely going to have to rely on those tanks, energy and missile refill tanks. So we saw another Husker there, so that's our indication that there's another Metroid around here somewhere. So we know there's at least 2 down here. We head over this way, and we're gonna meet our another Alpha. Our 3rd Alpha of the game, and we take him out. And now it's time to head a little bit deeper down. Metroids will get a little bit more dangerous as we go along, as I said, but they gradually just, you know, want to introduce you to the mechanics of the game, and they're not going to throw out the toughest enemies right away, so. But Alpha, the first, oh, there's another Metroid Husk, so we have a 3rd Metroid down here. Alpha, based on the, I think the Roman alphabet, it means, first, so it's obviously going to be the first of the mutations. There are actually 6 types of Metroids that we'll be fighting in this game, so, and that includes the base form that we fought in the first game, so. And there'll be 4 new surprise ones that you just have to keep following along if you want to find out what they are, but. We're going to head over here and finish off the last Alpha Metroid in this area. And once we do that, after a few seconds, what will happen is the screen will start shaking, and that's the indication that there's an earthquake happening, and the lava level that we saw earlier is receding deeper into the planet, opening up a new area for us to explore. So, just juggle a little bit there. That's one of the tougher things about this game. You can use it to your advantage. You don't have many invulnerability frames when you get hit, but you can use that to kind of juggle yourself. When you get hit, in the last game, you were able to roll into a ball, and then roll out. When you rolled out of the ball, you could make a jump. And in this game, when you get hit, what happens is your jump status resets. So you can kind of jump up to your max, get hit, and then jump again off that enemy that hit you. And so sometimes you can use enemies to, be a platform to kind of jump higher and higher. So it'll be effective in the next area. Speedrunners use it in the next area to kind of navigate this wall that you shouldn't be able to get up to get a more important item earlier, but I'm just going to go through kind of the regular, the more intended way. Yeah, a lot of these playthroughs, like I said, I try to go through 100%, but I also try to just not use too many, like, hardcore tricks. Try to play as if, like, the average gamer would, because, I'm pretty average, so I'm not, like, a super-duper speedrunner who has a lot of skill in doing these things, so. I'm more interested in, exploring everything and finding everything, so. So now this is where the lava used to be, but now it's cleared away, so we can go deeper into the planet. So. And find new areas to explore, new Metroids to defeat. And just keep heading around. And then we run into more lava, so now we know we gotta go this way to find more Metroids. And this area is, I guess, kind of like a water plant. It's one of the few areas in the game that has water in it, so. I know in some of the remakes they kind of, well, there's 2 remakes, a fan remake and an official remake. And I think they both make it look like a water area. So, but we have these weird floaty platform things. When you jump on them, they will sink down. Not too important here, but later on in the game they will be important because you've got to use them to reach certain areas. And we get ambushed here by another Alpha Metroid. So, take care of him. And that allows us to go into the Area 2. So, I'm not going to go too far into Area 2 here. I'm going to try to keep the video lengths about, 15 minutes or so. So, we're going a little over here. We're just heading over this way to reach a save point. We're going to miss that save point because there's another one just a few screens over. So, see we have this pipes there, and we're going to see water in the area below those pipes. So, like I said, it looks kind of maybe like a water plant. So, but here we are. We're in this final room here where we're going to have a save point. Like I said, all you have to do, step on the save point, press start, and the game automatically saves your game. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.